Hey guys, uh, this time we worked on a Hovercraft, which is basically running on our terrain that we created a few weeks back. Let's see. Let me open up the level manager and we can see more of the detail in there. So we've created a simple terrain for our Hovercraft to move around. So this is just a simple creation of it. Next thing we're doing is we have added this hovercraft. Now the hovercraft is doing is keeping a distance from the game objects, the bottom game objects it finds below it. So all we're doing is, so first of all we have added the camera input on there, so it will be moving with the camera itself. So one of the forces, that is the center, so we're adding a force to the center every time it finds the ground below it. So this is the height. We just finding if the height is around or less than the exact height. It will keep giving the force to the center. The second thing is we adding and checking at the front. For this one, all we're doing is checking the X position and not the Y position. So it is checking everything in the front of it. If it finds any kind of ground or any, like that, it will automatically gives two pushes. So we have given like location of the right bottom corner of the game object, and it is doing a RayCast from that position. So for the front, if the linear velocity is greater than x, that is if it's moving in the x position, like positive x position, then we are applying altogether three forces. Two of them, or one of them is in the center, one of them is for the game object to at the exact front location, and the other one is to putting in the negative direction itself. For the back, we're doing the same thing but in the opposite direction. So for example, this is positive plus x. Now all we're doing is putting it minus x, and then we are subtracting the value from the hover height. So this way we'll get the hover height location on the back. And if the linear velocity of x direction is less than 0, all we're doing is we're doing the same thing, and we're giving a less spring constant than normal, so that we're not giving a lot of effect on there. So let me just change the level. So our loading level will be temporary level. Alright, and let's just build it and run it. So we can see our hovercraft, it is moving. All we have to do is move front and it will automatically move upwards, and you'll see there's a little bit of spring constant on there, so it keeps automatically move up and down in the direction. If it's too fast, it automatically get hit by the objects in the front, but yeah, normally it won't. So that's for the movement in the positive x direction. Let's move to the negative x, and you'll be able to see the same thing happening on the y direction. I'm still working on moving it a bit smoother, but the y direction is kind of buggy a bit. So So that's the Hovercraft game object. Alright, and now for our actual project. So we've done actually a widescreen aspect ratio for this one. So the same way we're just gonna implement a uh, camera positions and everything for that. So right now we're just running with the normal one. So this is our normal aspect ratio. We've added audio in this one, so if it hits, it will automatically start making sounds. Same thing for that. So I do think pretty much if I give one more day, I'll be able to input all the remaining effects, sound effects and everything. So yeah, depending on how much impact it is doing, if it's not too much, then we're not making any sounds. If it's enough impact, then we just simply adding the sound effect to that. Same thing we're gonna do for the other blocks as well, and then we'll finish our couple of more levels. I already started building the level 2 as well, so if you can see here, that's our level 2. Just like a few of the stuff on there. Right now I haven't done much impulse to this, but you can see that it's on the right hand side, so we're gonna move it a bit further, but just for development purposes it's too close right now. As soon as we'll also give functionality to move the cameras around to check the towers, and while the bird is moving we'll just attach our camera with the bird's location itself. So that's all for this week. Next week is the final, so we'll see the final demo next week. And I also already added the big red bird as well in the game. Only thing is we need to add the knock damage for those, and then we are just ready for our remaining birds stuff to add the skills and everything. Alright, that's all for this week. Signing out. See you guys later.